Before Europe built its cathedrals, before Rome ruled the Mediterranean, a civilization was already shaping history in the highlands of Africa. Not lost, not forgotten, simply overlooked. This is Ethiopia, where stone remembers, faith endures, and time still walks beside the past. From the empire of Axum to the living churches of Lalibela, this is the story of an ancient civilization that refused to disappear. Ethiopia's story begins with geography. Towering mountains, fertile plateaus, and natural defenses created a land both connected and protected. For thousands of years, these highlands linked Africa to Arabia, India, and the Mediterranean world, while shielding its people from conquest. Here, early societies flourished, farming the land, trading across seas, and forming identities long before modern borders existed. Ethiopia was never isolated, it was selectively connected, shaping its own destiny. By the first centuries of the Common Era, one city rose above all others: Axum. Strategically positioned near the Red Sea, the Kingdom of Axum controlled vital trade routes between Rome, Persia, India, and Africa's interior. Gold, ivory, incense, and spices flowed through its markets, turning Axum into one of the most powerful empires of the ancient world. Contemporary historians ranked it alongside Rome, Persia, and China, not as a rival in the shadows, but as an equal on the global stage. Axum spoke in stone. Its rulers raised towering obelisks, single blocks of granite carved to resemble multi-story palaces. These monuments marked royal tombs, but they were also declarations of power, engineering mastery, and permanence. No cranes, no modern tools, only precision, labor, and belief. Even today, they stand as silent witnesses to a civilization that understood how to command both earth and memory. Axum was one of the first African civilizations to mint its own currency. These coins, inscribed in gaze, traveled across continents, spreading the empire's influence far beyond its borders. Gaze became more than a script; it became a vessel of culture, law, and faith. Unlike many ancient languages, it never vanished. It survived, carried forward by tradition, prayer, and scholarship. In the 4th century, under King Izana, Axum embraced Christianity, becoming one of the earliest Christian states in the world. This transformation reshaped Ethiopian identity forever. Crosses replaced ancient symbols, churches rose beside old temples, and sacred texts were translated into gaze. Ethiopian Christianity evolved uniquely, rooted in ancient traditions, shaped by isolation, and preserved through centuries of change. As global trade shifted and new powers rose, Axum's dominance declined. But Ethiopia did not collapse, it adapted. Power moved inward into the highlands. Empires elsewhere vanished into dust. Ethiopia transformed, carrying its past forward rather than abandoning it. Ethiopian kings traced their lineage to King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba, a belief preserved in the Kebra Nagast. This legend was more than myth, it was a foundation of authority, linking Ethiopian rule to divine destiny and ancient Israel. Through story and scripture, continuity was secured. In the 12th century, the Zagwe dynasty gave the world something unparalleled. In Lalibela, entire churches were carved downward into living rock, roofs, columns, altars, all from a single stone mass. No construction, only excavation. Lalibela was conceived as a new Jerusalem, a sacred landscape where heaven met earth. Lalibela is not a ruin, it is alive. Pilgrims still walk its stone paths. Ancient chants still echo through its corridors. Faith here is not history. It is practice, passed from generation to generation without interruption. Ethiopia followed its own rhythm. Its calendar, art, and worldview evolved independently. Biblical stories were painted through African eyes. History was preserved not in museums, but in daily life. While much of Africa was colonized, Ethiopia endured. Its survival was no accident. It was built on ancient foundations of unity, faith, and identity laid centuries earlier. From Axum to Lalibela, Ethiopia reminds us that civilization did not follow a single path. Africa was not waiting for history, it was shaping it. Some civilizations fall into silence, others